it's a beautiful thing to meet a new bitch and to be vibing with a new bitch. And truth be told, I get a lot of energy from just basking in the feminine energy and seeing that the vibes is good and the conversation is flowing. I get a lot of energy from that. You know what I'm saying? And then for me to know, I can know like, oh, this bitch will fuck me tonight. That's good enough for me. I could fuck her tonight if I wanted to. That's good enough. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. A lot of time I don't even be, you know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, after the conversation, I'm cool with letting a bitch go on her way. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna link up again in the future. God willing. We gonna link up again in the future. And then I'm gonna gain some more insight from you before I let a bitch touch me. You understand me? Before I let a bitch touch me. I'm shitty like that, bro. I'm like, bitch, you can't touch me. Every bitch can't touch me. Some of you bitches be evil, man. And I know, and niggas don't want to believe that. Niggas act like I'm talking crazy. I'm like, man, how do you know if the bitch is good or evil if you don't know what kind of, you don't know nothing about this bitch. You don't know nothing about this bitch. You just let her touch you. Man, you tripping, nigga. You tripping. It ain't that easy for a bitch to touch me. Hit the like button for this game. Tricks just need to be honest with themselves. Most of
All right, man. Let's talk about it, man. I was listening to Boss Man. He said something I never thought to put on the video. I'll try to find the clip. I'm sorry, it's gonna be hard. But he said something. He said, "I'm fine just knowing if I can hit a chick when I'm out with a chick. If I know I can hit it, I'm fine with just knowing I can hit it." And a lot of dudes gotta hit it. You know, a lot of dudes never practice, never get that, that discipline. They never learn the discipline, kind of with they dick, and they get you in situations, bro. They get you in bad ways and bad situations. A lot of dudes never learn that that discipline. A lot of dudes just, I gotta hit it. They did get hard. They find something attractive about her. They get an opportunity to hit it, and a lot of dudes gotta hit it. A lot of dudes gotta hit it. Just for me personally, when I was in the dating scene, me just knowing I can, she like me and I can hit it when I want to, that was cool. That way, my whole thing was always just take the penis off the table, take the pussy off the table. You know what I'm saying? That was my whole thing. And what else does she got to offer? Because he went into a tidbit on his show on July 13th, Monday. It's a lot of evil chicks out here, bro. There's a lot of chicks practicing witchcraft. It's a lot of chicks that want to see your downfall. He kind of spoke on a piece. I'll see if I can clip this up. He spoke on a piece like sometimes you will have a chick come to your house and she'll be jealous. She'll be jealous because your house is nice and, be mad because your house is nice, and she'll set a play up on you. And that's true, bro. That's true, especially for like the caliber of, of women that certain guys, especially in the black community, like. For that certain caliber, that certain woman that be in the hood bars, that had a Remy bottle, like he said, in their pockets, those certain caliber of women, bro, you already know. And some guys are just, they never get off the look, have the aesthetic of the woman. It's a lot of these dudes that was raised by women that they expect women to be mean, belligerent, have tattoos, dressed a certain type. It was a dude in the comment section that got mad, or it could have been a broad. You know how they be cosplaying as dudes in the comment section, you can tell how they type stuff. It was like, tattoos have nothing to do with promiscuous. Yeah, a bunch of tattoos do have something to do with being promiscuous or trauma in your life. That's a fact. I'm telling you from my known experience. It's a fact. But but in general, man, yeah, just a lot of dudes, they deal with these bitches that be in the fast lane, and they just be so quick to fuck them, take them home, tell them everything about you, and then you get a play set up. A lot of dudes get plays. That's what these tricks don't tell you about it. A lot of these dudes get plays set on them by these women. But for me, once you able to just to say, you able to say, okay, I know she feeling me. I know I can crack if I wanted to crack. I know I can crack if I wanted to crack. You know what I'm saying? And you take that off, and you just take, the vagina off the table. I'm telling you, that's one of the powerful things, man. When you ain't looking to smash a chick, dog, that's the most powerful thing in the dating market. When you literally looking to see, looking at her, how her personality is, what she's saying. Once you just not focus on having sex with a woman, bro, and you really start to really look at her and look at how she speaks. Man, I'm telling you, a lot of times you'll start, it's kind of like being like Daredevil. It's kind of like you can't see nothing, but you can hear everything. You got the smell senses, all your other senses is heightened. You hear everything. And there's certain things that I would hear when I date with a woman, and it was just completely like, I don't even want to fuck you no more. Even though I know I can fuck you, I don't even want to fuck you no more. If you really want to, get from around a chick, a lot of times just ask her to crack. You already know how they is. They really like you and see you as a boyfriend. They gonna be, no. And if she don't let you crack, you already know. You spin her. You don't even speak to her no more. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, a lot of dudes gotta know how to play the game. Real spill. But once you just take the sex and take the ass and titties and the face and all that, and you start speaking to her, you start notice her. Maybe she drink a little. She always drunk when y'all go out. She always high when you pull up. I mean, I was talking to this chick, man. This bitch had a dream catcher over her bed. The bitch was, man. Before she even started that crazy shit, I got always didn't want to let a nigga go home and shit. I never let the bitch know where I live at. Never wanted to let a nigga go home. And the bitch sex was fire though. Like, real talk, crazy. But I'm like, the bitch got a dream catcher. Bitch don't let a nigga go home. I remember I had a bitch hide my keys before back in the day. Didn't want to let a nigga go home. You know what I mean? Like, go down like that. But once you experience and see how evil a lot of these people are in this world, these women are, you start to see how evil they is, bro. I'm telling you, once you see how evil they are, bro, once you able to see how evil they are, man, oh my goodness. A lot of these dudes, a lot of these women do the little, they do the little witchcraft where they cook the pasta and they steam it over they coochie and shit. A lot of, like, especially when you start going to like New Orleans and shit down there, man, yeah, man, a lot of these chicks be mad evil, bro. A lot of these chicks be mad evil, mad deviants. Real, I'm telling y'all, man. And y'all just be going, you mixing energies and spirits with these women putting plays down on you, collecting your hair, doing all types of wild shit. Doing all types of wild shit. That'd be the crazy thing about it, dog. A lot of dudes, they underestimate the power of women. And we talking about how women really don't know how to use their femininity. They know how to use their femininity on second thought. They know how to use their power, their advantages. They know how to use all that shit. They really do. They really know how to use all that shit. It's the God honest truth. They know how to use all that shit. A lot of times they be fooling niggas and shit, man. But when you able to just take, I'm telling you, these dudes cannot drive, bro. I promise you. But when you take the vagina off the table, bro, It's a totally different ball game. When you start talking about sex, and it's a very powerful thing in the date market. Even if you dating a woman, bro, and you not talking nothing about sex, y'all conversations is non-sexually, and she may be on the fence or she may not really like you, you become more mysterious to her when you ain't trying to crack. It's a lot of dudes that I used to talk to women, and a lot of dudes would just come in talking about having sex and having, even if that's your intention, and if that's your intent, that's your intent. But especially if you're older, bro, like being out here, everybody got some type of disease or they can set you up, bro. The best thing to do is settle, lock in, bro. But that's another story for another day. But yeah, you able to, take that off. You have to tell a woman that you ain't talking sexually to her, or you ain't, you just getting to know her, bro. She gonna be wondering like, damn, he ain't like the rest of them niggas. Why he ain't trying to crack? We done been out 2 or 3. Why he ain't? A lot of times they ask to come over your spot or ask you to come over and cook for you. When you ain't seeking to have sex with these women, that's what sets you apart from the other dudes. I'm telling you, women they're the opposite. If you press the attack, even if they want to give it to you, then they gonna play hard to get. It's kind of like your dog when you get that toy, you trying to play fetch, and he running off with the toy you got. But if you know what I'm saying, if you fall back and you just play your role, and you just get to really know her and get to really know what she like and don't like, and, then you can make that decision on if you want to deal with her. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times when you start talking to these women, bro, they ain't really got nothing to offer you, bro. They won't make good mothers. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some EBT. Can't clean, can't cook. When you start dealing with women, bro, especially a lot of dudes, maybe dudes don't know if they hit it the right way or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Once you start hitting it, they start doing the shit that they say they don't do for a nigga online. Coming to cook, always want to be over there with you. And it's a little bit more deeper than your sex too, man. Some dudes that just crack them and kick them out. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, they love the challenge of just, they want a challenge. You know what I'm saying? That's why women don't like nonchalant guys, because they feel like to actually have you locked in, they feel like you committed if you yelling and screaming, you care about them. In general, a guy is really committed to a woman when he's trying to help the relationship with a woman come to a solution. That's the commitment. Commitment ain't yell and scream. I can yell and scream all day and don't come to an agreement or don't come to a solution. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of women, a lot of people women or men don't understand. There's some people who never came to a solution with their baby mama, with their girlfriend or wife without a screaming or a yelling match, or never. They can't even just talk about how we gonna budget the bills, or talk about what little Tay need for school without yelling and screaming. It's a lot of people like that, and they had a baby with somebody, and they never was able to have, just to have a conversation. Never able to hash out a disagreement like this. But a lot of that falls on you as a man. That's your fault as a man to keep it a bean. If you see a chick is always argumentative, always arguing, and that's how they settle their shit, even with their mama and their sister and shit like that, and y'all have y'all disagreement and she flip out, you gotta get the hell up out of there. But hit the link in the description, join the Patreon.